Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Central Tabletop Gaming. I am your host, Jeremy Kelly, and this is my second video of the day. After this, I will be taking a short breather. Ooh, whoa, what's going on? Sorry about that. I think I was sitting a little too far back in my chair at the start of the video, so let me readjust this real fast for me. Hold on. There, and perfect. Alright, so we're going to be doing a walk around, which I think will be best in free flight mode. So I'm just going to quickly click that and show you guys around. Alright, power up everything like you're supposed to, game. Come on. Are we? Yep, here we go. Once this is said and done, we'll go ahead and get started on the walk around. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Alright, so the first one I'm going to do is I'm just going to show off this with the EML. Actually, can I do the preview from here? I love the size of that gun. I'm just going to say it. Okay. Oop, wrong one. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know you can move with that still there. But we'll do that here in a minute. So, sorry. Let me attach the EML for you guys real fast. There you go. And I just want you guys to, like I say, get a look at all these. This is my favorite loadout. I just got me a new credit card, actually, and it even shows this plane on it, which makes me just tickle pink. So, doing my quick little walk around. I love this. I love seeing the plane directly in front. Those are some of my favorite shots in real life, even. So, fun fact for you guys. Oh, this is so fun. Like I said, I just feel like I could reach out and grab this thing. I really just want to rub my hand across the wing and nope, don't get any ideas. You can see the Mobius Squadron emblem right there. And I mentioned that in the Reminds Me Something during the air show. If you haven't watched that yet, check out the VR air show right after this video. So, I really just love that. I love the size, the scale of this thing. I think I think someone actually told me once you should be able to crawl into one of those if they're fully out like that, but I myself don't know. I've never seen one of these as close as I would like, just because I actually don't have a reason. Sorry. Felt like I was going to say something that I never did. Give you guys more of a look on this side too. Now, what I really like is I could get anywhere on here, but you have a step-up feature, and it shows right there in the cockpit. And I think that's also just such a neat little concept. By the way, I have to go ahead and say it because it bugs me. We have an F-15 and an F-16 right there. Maybe an F-2, but the point being made here is, why can I not fly those in VR? You made it so I can look at the model, but I can't fly them. Why, game? And I actually do want to get a closer look at the emblem on those things real quick with you guys. NP, okay, yeah, and they have the Mobius Squadron logo on them. Someone figure out why I can't fly those yet. And the answer is developers. Can I get up any other side? Nope, I can only do it there. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other weapons for you guys real quick. The anti-ship missile. It's absolutely useless in VR when you unlock it, so don't bother using it. But should they add more missions in the future? Hint, hint. And the Quams. I absolutely love these things. On PvP, they're a nightmare, but I love them when I'm using them. Partially because I don't use them for anything else other than campaign and stuff like this. So, alright. Plane that I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know if I can unlock the other weapon for these. So someone figure out how, and I will look into doing that. And we'll do even an exclusive video where I'll fly just this with the new weapon. So, this is the unguided bombs. Really handy. Little bit of a nightmare to use, just because you have to kind of strafe in a modern aircraft, but not bad. Wait, unguided. Okay. That makes sense. Effective against clustered targets. Oh, no, rogue one, rogue one! There we go. I love seeing the rocket pods. Let's go ahead and attach those. I like this one because you can actually make it look like... It actually looks like they had to stick as many as possible on there. And I love it when you go to the wing here. I can't figure out why we just show off one missile. Why wouldn't they just go ahead and add the second? But to see the bomb racks next to them, it just gives almost an imposing sense. Standing here from behind, it looks like we have 7 on one side, 7 on the other. That's quite a bit of firepower. Oop, wrong button. That's quite a bit of firepower. And we haven't even occupied the center hard points yet. So a little disappointing, but also really awesome to see. And in real life... Oh, it doesn't show it on this one. Sorry, guys. Most planes in this game show a tailhook, even if they didn't come with it. So, to not see the tailhook on this one, interesting. Again, you can see the thing just looks like a monster. And a little bit of that frontal profile view, very imposing to look at. So, we're going to get right here. I also love seeing the how many barrels is that? I can't tell. I think that's 7. 6 if I'm wrong. And the gun that gave this thing its nickname, the Warthog, because the grunting noise that it makes like a pig when it fires. Alright, going up here. I do love this. I also love the fact it warns me the ejection seat right there. Hold on. Sorry, things were acting up on my end for a minute. I do love that. I love being able to look down this thing, see that. And again, the whole thing just looks absolutely amazing. Little one-seater, nice to look at. Alright, that's it for this one. Alright, you guys seen the Quans before, but just want to show them again. These things are a little bit of an annoyance, and, oop, there we go. Kind of a cheating weapon when you use them. They're just, I don't know. I've never really cared for using them because I feel like I'm cheating when I'm using these. Oh, again, Jeremy. And 8 AAMs, or what I prefer to call them, 8-ways. One of my favorite little combos. They're not accurate at all when it comes to missiles, but very nice for swarm tactics in PvP. And 10 people, if you've seen me do that before. Just a really nice look. And I also noticed that these things will actually be carried in a stealth pod, which is something apparently our military actually worked on. So, kind of neat to see that implemented into the game. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to choose the Quams because they don't stand out on the plane as much. Actually, let me go ahead and show you guys the stealth pod up close. I think that'd be kind of cool to see. So, there you guys go. Just a neat little thing. Reminds me a lot of the EML. So, like I said, just kind of really neat. Kind of cool to see that they implement something that we're still testing with. I'm not going to do the walk around yet, guys. Just kind of showing it off. Alright, let's get back to the starting positions. Alright, there we go. Now let's do a proper walk around. The machine gun on this is hidden underneath a little compartment on one of these sides. I forget where that is. Or it's actually up there, isn't it? Because it like opens up and fires. Either way, someone will find it in one of my other videos and someone will yell at me in the comment section below. So that'll take care of that problem real quick, won't it? Now, continuing, I do love just the sleek overall design of this thing. I think that this is one of the nicest looking planes, but that's a heavily biased opinion, just to make that clear. I just think it looks sleek, looks stealthy, but I do think it's a little too it has a very expensive cost which I could see why they didn't keep it much longer. But to see this is absolutely amazing. I love it. Alright, and the up-close view. Love this. I also love how it looks like I could stick something behind me. I'm not going to lie, if I had one of these, I would try to put a spare pistol up there in case of necessary landings. This one, you can actually see it. If you guys look right where that symbol is in the middle of the aircraft, that is the refueling cell, if I remember correctly. So, kind of neat to see it up close. Alright, let's get down from here, and let's show off the, sadly, the only Russian plane you can fly in VR. I can't wait for them to do something more. I know this was PlayStation 4 was a testing ground for PlayStation and VR, but we really need more like this, because this is something special, and I think they could go somewhere further with this. But, skipping past that, high power anti-air missiles. Love these things, very nice. 4-way anti-ground. These are fun. 4-way grounds are some of my favorites to use when I'm doing campaign runs. Sadly, not very good for PvP. Maybe in Ace Combat 8 we'll get some anti-ground co-op. Hint, hint. Here I am giving you guys ideas. Please do them. Oh, no. And one of my personal favorites, the 4-ways. A lot more accurate than the 8-way missiles, but just as nice to look at. Although I do find the Doppler looking thing on the back a little bit odd, but nonetheless, very, very nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and equip these. They're small, they're easy to look at. There we go. Now let's do the walk around. This plane is so much larger. I actually feel like I have to turn my head more just to show off this plane. So, another one I really like. And it's another one that's really agile, so it becomes extremely fun to use. Oh, I've never seen that before. That's neat. So I bet that's to have to make sure that that's calibrated correctly when they're trying to do a pre-flight check when these are moving around. That's awesome. I don't love the big tail on these things, but it still looks amazing. What are you doing here? Was that there before and I just never seen it? So that gives you a good size scale of these things. I'll test that here in a minute, but we're not going to do it anymore. You can see the machine gun right there with its metal plating in front of it in order to keep the pilot and everything a little more protected should when the bullets go astray. Fun fact, if you actually watch a lot of Grand Tour racing, they'll have metal plates like that around the exhaust pipe because how much they rattle, how much they shake, and the fact that sometimes the flames coming out of those cars from the, I forget what it's properly called, but the anti-lag system, essentially, can actually cause burn marks on the car, and they do that sometimes to replace that. One of my favorite good examples of this is the replica that they used for Need for Speed Most Wanted. So it's really nice to see something like that on it, because it brings a weird nostalgia trip for a car fanatic like me. I'm literally addicted to things that go fast. So to see something like that for the gun, just it gives me something for me to trail off on and also enjoy on top of that. Very, very imposing. I know I'm standing further back than I was now. Alright, let's go ahead and get up here. There's the refueling connector. You can see where the co-pilot sits back, or weapon specialist and navigator, I think is their proper title, as well as the pilot seat up front. Another thing I really love is the fact that the Sukhois have colored interiors. So, really nice to see that as well. I think the MiG does, but I'd have to look into that. But that is that. So, let's go ahead and take each one out on a short flight. This will just be a very simple way to look at everything. I'm not going to do very long extended flights. I really just want to show off this part. Now, oh, hold on, let me get to the point I can actually do this where you guys can see the thing. Come on. Are they going to start me in the air? Because that would actually be best. Perfect. Let's engage autopilot. Make sure we stay level. There we go. We'll go to the realistic looking HUD. I really love this. You can see the mirrors there. Those actually fold down for you to use. So you can actually tell a little bit of what's behind you, which is kind of cool. Never really cared for that weird bulb up front, but I imagine that has something to do with the radar and sensors and all that. I love the fact you can turn. Take a look. These ones have the hardest to see wings, so I apologize. Let's see if we can actually get a little bit of daylight in here. There we go. You can actually see the uniform is colored differently from the rest that you'll see later. It's more of a brown. Of course, that could just be the lighting coming off the VR. You guys won't see it like I see it. Color comes out a lot better in HD, in my opinion. But to see this is absolutely amazing. And I love being able to look, see the different buttons, the different gauges. And, hold on, there we go. Being able to adjust that accordingly. Get to see my tactical HUD here. And the fact I could just do that. I also like the fact that when you're looking too far down, it turns off everything else so you're not actually getting blindsided by it. And actually, let's do me a favor real quick. There is something satisfying about doing this. If you guys had VR hooked up, you could actually tell that this plane is physically rattling. It sounds absolutely terrifying. I've flown commercial flying before, and to hear this kind of rattling is actually really intimidating. But it sounds so nice. Alright, let's level her out. Why am I doing that? Alright, we're going to go ahead and quit, and I'm going to show you guys the next aircraft. Again, that was the Su-30M2. A very, very nice plane. And actually, you have to do, I think, like 10 different campaign missions to unlock it. It's a little bit annoying, but it is well worth it once you get it. Arguably, the F-22 could be considered better, but I don't like the bite from it. I like the bite from this. It's a lot more vicious. It comes at them a lot harder. And I actually think it might be an all-around better plane, in my opinion. Well, nope, I guess, according to the specs, but oh well, who am I? What do I know, right? Alright. Actually, I'm going to do this one with the stealth pods, even though I'm not going to do any combat. Just so you guys can see those things on there when I turn to the side and look out. I love this cockpit. Yes, I know how this works. This is one of my favorite cockpits. And that's because one of my favorite World War II planes was the P-51D Mustang. And I love the fact that it had this big bubble canopy cockpit where nothing obstructed it. So a pilot could look around any direction and see and didn't have to worry. Now we're going to go ahead and lean. You can see the stealth pod down there, the wing. Alright, going to the other side. Yep. Now, I'm going to say it, I don't love the black colored interior as much. Okay. It looks like I'm wearing essentially the same thing. One of them I thought wore different. I also like how the throttle and everything moves. I love the fact you have that little handle there. Just saying. See if I can get a little bit of lighting over here. There you go. When I accelerate and decelerate, you can also watch that move. watch my VR videos, I kind of look at that a little bit more. But this is just really nice. And there's your regular HUD. There we go. And actually, since I have a moment, let's hear the flares. I wonder if there's any way I could get... Oh, hold on.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Okay, I was trying to get to where I could see the flares going off, but I don't think I'll be able to. Sorry guys, I was really trying there. Another thing I really wanted to test out, how does this sound? And let's see if we can cheat the system and move all the way forward. You actually could see them open. Oh, I thought they would show it a little more fluently. That's kind of sad. Oh well. Well, it can't implement everything into the game, right? I doubt they expected people to actually do that, so... Alright. Quit this mission. Nope. Alright, so on to the A10. And I think I'm just going to do the bombs, and that way we can kind of watch them fall. So, I will also test the machine gun out on that, just because the uniqueness of the noise. It has a very distinct sound to it, which is really nice. So, let's do that. And honestly, I would have done it on the Su-30. I just forgot to do it, guys. So, if you're a fan of the Su-30, please don't judge me too harshly for not doing it. I just didn't think of it at the time. It is one of my favorite aircraft. And for me to forget, it's kind of embarrassing. So, alright, there we go. Let's take one of these out, and wait. Mobius 1, sortie.
Mobius 1, sortie.
You should be telling me you're sorry. How rude of you to interrupt me. You can see the little mirrors up there again. I'd love to make a VR game where if I'm using the wands, for those of you who play PlayStation, you know what I'm talking about. And you could actually grab those and flap them down. That would have been really handy at times. Okay, so this is the same uniform. Weird, I could have swore one had a different uniform. Maybe it's the Navy pilot one? Love that sound. And real quick.
Caution. Pull up.
Oh, wait. Does it do it in VR? Where if I hit the water? Ha! It does. Alright, let's level fly this thing. There we go. Little look at the wings for you guys. Can we actually watch them deploy? Yep. And you guys can actually watch those fly off, which I also love. But again, I did it for this. I feel like that's just a repeat. I would have loved it if there was a different sound, but whatever. I really do love this. It's absolutely amazing to see. So, alright, and the last one we have is my personal favorite, and I will not be using missiles for this one. I will be using the EML, because that crack noise that it gives you whenever the railgun fires is absolutely amazing to listen to. So, and if you guys have headphones that you can plug into your VR, I've got some... Hold on, we're doing this again. There we go. If you guys have a VR and you have some surround sound headphones, I forget what they call it, but it muffles out all the sound around me, and it gives me this really solid noise. Playing a game like Fallout suddenly becomes so much more immersive, or Skyrim. But with this game, hold on.
Mobius 1, sortie.
But with this game, you get another little add-in bonus that I really like. And that's the fact that I can actually tell which direction my enemy is coming from. And the fact that the sound is so loud in my ear that when I fire this gun here in a second, I actually feel deafened for just a little while. So hold on. Alright. RIP headphone users. If you have them, plug them in. Alright, let's see it hit the water. Actually, I am curious. Oh, I'm a little menace. I do love listening to that noise, hearing it go off. It's so nice. And oh, is this one different? Is this one different? Hold on. No, it's really not. I could have swore there was a difference. Huh. Oh, I say it corrected, guys. On a side note, I feel like this is one of the easiest to get along with ways of playing. This plane is one of my favorites because its cockpit is so well designed, in my opinion. Someone else's might be different, but I do feel like when I'm looking at this thing, I feel like it's exactly where everything needs to be. I love seeing the screen up there. I love seeing the gauges down here. It's absolutely amazing just to watch. And I like the flight stick being there, even though I think it'd be a little more realistic to have it over here. I just wanted to do that. There is some sense of that, but I just feel like this one is a little bit better. So, coming from my personal opinion, that's where I stand on it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe. Oop.
Stall warning.
Oh. No.
Stall
There.
warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Caution.
Sorry about that. Oh, alright. I better quit this video before something goes horribly wrong, and I feel like I'm just around the corner from that happening. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. I am your host, Jeremy Kelly, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye! Please don't crash. Please don't crash.